across the hall. What's going on?
His roommate kicked him out, got a date.
Violin boy. Good for him. What are you looking at there?
Not looking anymore. It's my roommate.
It's his webcam acting.
What are you watching? Cause we got shit to talk about. I know.
What are you looking at now? His roommate's looking at his roommate.
Oh my god.
Kinda creepy.
Oh my fucking god.
The web opera. Hey, I thought the web opera was pretty brilliant. I loved the combination of voices. Some of them were actually trained voices, and the way they brought the feeling together. It was also a critique of different types of media, social media, cams, and the ending was bittersweet. It was sad,
Yeah, definitely. It
but
really
I thought
evokes
it was
something
brilliantly
that,
put
like,
together.
I love that the whole thing is like layered music on top of each other, and then at the end it's just like a quiet moment of like the reach of what just happened, like him having that realization.
Right.
And I love that they like chose to quiet everything down, and I think that spoke really loud.
I think it was done really well. It made me uncomfortable, which I think I was supposed to be uncomfortable because it was such a deep and dark matter. It's cyberbullying, which isn't okay. And I thought the shots were really interesting for the way we were seeing it from the perspective of the phone, the computer, the iPad. It was really cool.
And like how many people, I don't know if anyone else did a dorm room, that's exactly how it goes. People in and out all the time, like talking over each other, not even really paying attention to what anyone else is doing, but having enough knowledge that like when something like that happens, like everybody gets involved. Like that breaks through any kind of focus that you have.
I just want to say that the complexity of the music composition was astounding.
Definitely. I think it also added like the complexity of the music and the complexity of the issues that they were talking about melded together really nicely. And like bringing back like the history, and if you were reading, they had like the layovers of the girls that were sitting in the back when everybody was singing, of like different news articles and things like that, just like the layers and layers of it, I thought was really nicely done.
I'm pretty sure I read about this because I think it said it was based on a true event, and the kid kills himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had
So
not read that.
it just like, I think it was really interesting, the music and the perspective with the screen, but it also feels a little tacky, considering kind of the real event.
Yeah.
So that was something, if you had seen it and connected the dots, it was a little hard to escape, like, okay, they're doing all of this, like it's an opera, you know, but then it's like based on an actual situation.
Interesting. I actually hadn't heard of this event before it happened, so for me it shed light to something that had happened.
Okay. I can't see there.
I'm Katie Jobson. I was the director for the web opera.
Michael Roth, I'm the composer.
What was your inspiration for either starting this project or picking up on this project? What was your inspiration for being a part of what you created?
Two things, I guess. One is when I've met a writer who wants to write an opera for the stage. Producing an opera for the stage takes an awfully long time, and you probably won't get it produced. So I've always said we could make a film. And so when the event happened that inspired this, it felt like the entire action happened in a computer. It is very much about how we communicate now. So I just felt this was an interesting way of creating something, and also it's online. The web opera's online now all the time, and it reflects the world we're in.
Just one little thing to add to that as well, and also to connect to the gentleman's comment about the suicide. It's interesting seeing it here because it's a totally different context.
Yeah.
When it's on our website, it was actually, we built a lot of this in collaboration with suicide prevention programs. So we have whole toolkits and hotlines and everything in the context of the website. So it was kind of jarring for me too, watching it being like, oh, when it's divorced of that, and we've done panels with people, you know, it's been, the social aspect of it was the thing that motivated me the most about the ripple effects of things that we do without thinking about it, and how easily it is to be casually cruel and today, and without understanding the ramifications and the serious ways it can impact other people's lives.
I got
2014.
Been more than a day.
Yeah. But each episode was essentially shot in a day, but we rehearsed bit by bit over months, depending on everybody's schedule. There was nothing logical about the rehearsal schedule. It sort of was catch as catch can until we found a day that everybody was there. But the good thing was for the actors, especially if you watch episodes 1 and 2, that they really got very lived in with the experience, and so it became very behavioral and not very performative.
It had to be one take essentially because of the single camera angle, so we rehearsed it like a play rather than a film. And then it took us about 8 months, I mean not constantly to do all the post-production. Our motion graphics designer for this episode's up there and he's amazing, but that took a lot of time.